we're moving past that, and now it's us, and he buys in, she buys in, and then we go into season 2 with hopefully again this dream coming true, and then things get even more complicated.
Well, you guys, I'm such a big fan of American Rust season 1. So much happened in the finale. To start off, Jeff, I mean, Del obviously always has good intentions, but he got himself into a bit of a situation at the end of last season and could be facing some serious repercussions. What can you tease about his storyline in season 2?
It's how far will someone go for love, which is kind of, Del's motive behind a lot of what happens in season 1. And Grace and Del are semi-together in the start of season 2. And so it looks like the dream is sort of kind of coming true. But Del's got to atone for something that happened because of him in season 1 that has to do with the Pittsburgh Police Department. So he's kind of dropped himself back into Pittsburgh. And so season 2 starts about 4 months after season 1. But we pick up where we left off in a way. And it's, we kind of, season 2 especially, we make you chase us. And the story just starts rolling pretty quickly in season 2.
I think it's funny that we've been doing some press today, and people are often, Jeff, like, Del always has the best intentions, and Del always means well. People don't say that about Grace. She means well, but then something happens. I think it's funny. She might mean well, but it's not. It's a general consensus that Del really means well. Grace, meh.
Honestly, and I would actually, because that actually kind of ties into another question that I had. I would say that Grace does mean well because she's
I agree.
being a mother to her son, a mother. She's a mother scorned. She's had to see her son go through so much. So actually, is there anything that you can say about what, her relationship with Billy will look like in season 2, given everything that they have been through?
I mean, I think she has a lot of rage at the beginning of the season, outrage at the way he's been obviously treated, by the system. And really wants some revenge for that on his part, but he doesn't necessarily want the same sort of, he doesn't have that kind of vengeance. He just wants to move on. I think she has, as a mother, has to negotiate. She can't feel all his feelings for him, or, she can't demand he feels the same way that she does. So she has to make some adjustments in order to keep him in her life.
She also went through so much work to try and get that union formed, and sadly, the vote did not pass. Is that a storyline that will continue in season 2, or was that kind of the end of it?
Absolutely not. I don't think. Grace is never picking up a needle again. Well, he's not going to sew anymore. Aren't I right?
You do take some extra work.
Oh, I do moonlight, but yeah, she sort of just walked away from that job.
Well, I also want to ask you guys about the relationship between your characters, because it's definitely complicated. Personally, I feel like there is genuine feelings on both sides, but obviously Del is also helping Grace's son. Do you think that relationship is completely genuine, or do you think that, maybe Virgil was right and Grace is using him a little bit?
I think that Grace's feelings are legitimate. I feel like this season, she just doesn't need so much from him. So the question of, is she manipulating him because she needs something from him, or does she really care about him, becomes less in the forefront of their relationship, because, she has nothing to gain by pretending to love him in season 2. Is my feeling, or how I approached it.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it's simple. I think Del, he's not going to the local tavern and picking up women on the weekends. He doesn't know how. But here's someone he just, can't get out of his mind. And in season 1, we kind of start to flirt with the idea of us. And then her husband comes back into the picture. And, we have the scene where Del's going, yeah, okay, I get this, and slam the door and drive away. So there's trust factors that kind of go into Del a little bit with her. But by the end of season 1, it is genuine. There is kind of all right, we're moving past that, and now it's us, and he buys in, she buys in, and then we go into season 2 with hopefully, again, this dream coming true, and then things get even more complicated.
All right. Well, it is about time for me to wrap. But thank you guys so much for chatting with me about the show. And I'm excited to see what's going on in season 2.